Yeah, what's up, guys? It's Johnny. Welcome to Johnny's Kicks. Today we're scoping out the Air Jordan Retro 11 in a white, black, dark Concord colorway in a US men's size 10. Before we get to the shoes, though, man, let's scope out this box. It's a little bit different than the usual. We got the Jordan Jumpman right there with the Concord color Jumpman in the middle. 23 up at the top of the box over there. Half white, half black box itself with the Jumpman. And then the front over here. So the box itself is a little bit different. You got to pull this tab down here. After you do that, then you can, grab them and slide them out. Let me slide them out real quick in a second. There you go. Ooh. So that's what it looks like. And you got this purple like dust cover here. We're going to remove it. That way we can check out the shoes. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Ooh, check that out, man. Come on. Air Jordan Retro 11 Concord, man. A black and white colorway right here. And these are from 2011, man. Check that out with the 23 on the heel right there, man. The black and white colorway 2011 release. So these were $175 when they released. And man, I got a story about these right here. You guys are gonna hear this story real quick. But I got a lot of info. Get comfy. Get comfy. All right, man, let me get this box right here closed. Let me get the shoes on top of the box and let's talk about it, man. Oh, sorry. All right, cool. So these shoes were first worn by Michael Jordan in May of 1995, and they had the 45 on the heel. Like these right here got the 23, but the OG ones that Jordan wore were number 45. And the first public release, the OGs, the first time they ever came out was November of 1995. Retail price was $125 with the with the 23 on the heel right there. And then second time they released, it was actually the first retro. Well, the first time they came out, they were OG. Second time they were retro. October of 2000 with the retail price of, again, $125. They had the 23 on the heel. And these shoes I've worn, so, the yellowing there, they're old, and plus I've worn them, so that's why they look like that. Yeah, so that was the second release. It was the first retro, October 2000, retail price $125 with the 23 on the heel. Then the third time they released, that was January of 2006. The retail price was $295 because it was a 2-pack. Those right there were the 11s and the black and gold suede 6s. So they were the defining moments, actually. Yeah, so they had the gold colored Jumpman, not the black one like these do here. The defining moments ones. And, these are the Concords. But the fourth release was December 2011. That's this pair right here, man. This pair right here. It was the second retro. So the first time that they retroed was in October of 2000. And then they had different releases, and then they actually retroed for the second time. That's this pair here, 2011. I was reading online about these, man, and it says that the 2011 release, this pair here, it was like the most chaotic in Jordan history. And I remember it, man. There was no sneakers app back then. They had barely started like the raffles and all that, but people were still camping out at the time. I remember like I tried to go the night before they came out. The line was huge. And I said, man, this is crazy. And then on top of that, security at the mall was like, you guys got to leave. You can't stay here overnight. So I said, you guys got to come back no earlier than like 8 a.m. or something like that. And even though they said 8 a.m., there was a bunch of people, including myself, who were there around, like 6:30, 7. And man, it was so crazy. I remember when the doors opened, it was just like, man, I can't. I'm remembering right now, man. It was so crazy. People were throwing like marbles on the floor. People were throwing water bottles. I remember seeing keys and phones and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, man, let me just run and go try to get in line somewhere. So the story is how I got these right here, man. These 2011 Air Jordan Retro 11 Concords. They were $175 when they released in December 23rd, 2011. How I got these, man. So after all that, trying to get through the parking lot, the line of people, we rushed in. I went to, I think it was Chic. I want to say either Chic or Shoe Palace or one of those one of those spots. So anyways, right, everybody had a ticket in line. So they said that the manager had came out and he said, I'm going to give everybody a ticket. If you have a ticket, you're guaranteed a pair. And I remember I was in line. I was the very next person after the guy with the guy in front of me had a ticket and I didn't. And I said, man, I just want to stick around. Let me see what happens. You guys are not going to believe this, man. You're not going to believe it. So the guy in front of me had a ticket and the store manager told him, I'm sorry, we sold out. And the guy was like, oh, but I got a ticket. You know, he complained. He's like, I'm sorry, I sold out. And the guy just got upset and left. And I don't remember if he left the ticket or he's like, here, man, you want it? Or I asked him for it. Somehow I got my hands on that ticket that he had and left behind. He took off. And I told the manager, like, hey, man, I got a ticket here. And you said that everybody was going to get a pair as long as they had a ticket. So, like, why'd you give me a ticket if you're not going to give me a pair? He's like, hold on, man, give me a second. You know, he was handling some other business real quick. And long story short, he's like, you got a ticket? I go, yes, I do. Here. He's like, what size you need? I told him size 10. He goes, let me go check to see if I have size 10. He came back with a box in his hand and he's like, last one, size 10, here. Bam, copped him. I said, no way, I got lucky. And I remember I even told him, like, hey, man, I think I'm going to leave him right here. Let me pay for him, right? I'll leave him right here and I'll be right back. I think I went to like Macy's and I got a Macy's bag. I didn't want no like Shoe Palace or Chic bag. You know what I mean? Walking out the mall like that. So I threw him in a Macy's bag and I walked out to the crib and I've had him ever since. But man, the story how I got lucky. Had I not waited or not had that ticket, I would have not copped him. But, you know, got him. Yeah, all right, so moving on. 2011 released this pair here. Fifth time they released was May of 2014 in low top. That was the first time that they ever released in a low top version. But ever since then, you know, they've always been high top. Then they released, well, wait, hold up. The first time they ever released in low top, the retail price was $150, May of 2014. And then the, what was I going to say? Oh, before we move on, check this out. Look, they come with these purple, like, you know how the new ones, the Jordans, they come with like that paper? And these came with these plastic things with the Jordan on it. It's Jumpman. I have both, right? Yeah, I got the other one right there. US men's size 10. See the tag right there. Let's check out the tag. Look at that. 7/13/11 US 10. I'm gonna start wearing these shoes, man. Luckily, they're still intact, and I think I can wear them. I tried them on, you know, walking around the house the other day, and they seem to be cool. I was just scared that they might crumble, but I wore them back then, so hopefully, you know, that helps. I noticed that when I never worn shoes before, I keep them for years. I try to wear them, they crumble. But when I actually wore them a couple times and I do the same, they're actually cool. So, you know, just some advice for you guys: wear them at least once or twice if you plan on keeping them for a while. That'll, you know, help in the long run. So next release, man, the sixth time that they released was December 2018, $220 with the number 45 on the heel. And that was the first time they ever had the 45 on the heel. Well, the first time ever was the, you know, the sample, the prototype or whatever that Jordan rocked back in May of 95. And then the 45 on the heel came back December 2018, which was the latest release. Now we're in 2026, man. The next time they drop, I'm going to see if I can get a pair because I'm going to end up wearing these. And, you know, when I wear my shoes, I'll just wear them, man. So let's see what happens, man. I appreciate you guys watching, man. It's Johnny's Kicks. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.